What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another possible Champions of Project L video, where we are going to be talking about, this time, Kha'Zix, the Void Reaver. Now, what the hell is Kha'Zix? Well, he is a jungle character, much like it seems like most characters I talk about for these things, because junglers and top laners seem made for fighting games for obvious reasons, because they're made for 1v1 duels. Besides that, though, Kha'Zix specifically is an assassin. And one thing that I would find very interesting about Kha'Zix and things that they could do if they put him in Project L, he's what I'm just going to call a evolving character, because he literally evolves. So what do I mean by that? Well, first let's talk about his abilities. So he's, as with all characters, he's got three basic abilities. First off is his Q. Nothing really anything fancy about that. Kind of just a empowered auto attack in a way of putting it. His W is a projectile that slows enemies, and then his E is a jump. And now, what do I mean by evolving? Well, as you see, I haven't leveled up his ultimate yet, and the reason for that is because when you do level up his ultimate, you gain the ability to power up one of his abilities, either his Q to make it do more damage as well as recover faster. His spikes or his projectile to do multiples of them, is E to jump higher, and his ultimate to make you able to use it 3 times. And what is his ultimate? His ultimate is the ability to turn invisible. Yeah, his Q is empowered. His W shoots out multiple spikes. And his E now jumps higher and farther. So now, what could that mean for a possibility in Project L? Well, you're not leveling up ultimates in fighting games. You're building meter, you're using supers, you're beating up on opponents. You know, because that's normally how it goes. You're not leveling up to evolve an ultimate ability. What you got is what you got, pretty much, when it comes to supers. But maybe there's a way you could work it in. What happens if maybe when you build meter? So as you build meter, your other moves get stronger. Or what if when you use a super, your other moves get stronger? Just like how in this game, when you rank up the ultimate ability, he's able to evolve his other abilities. So maybe if he uses his ultimate ability, be it his level 1 or his level 2, he then can instead, or after he uses it, his other moves get powered up. Be it if, in terms of his E, he's got a jump. So obviously, when it comes to just basic movement in the game, he's going to have a double jump. I mean, come on, he literally has a double jump, basically built into the kit. If you go off his ability, so it's going to be that. Maybe for his projectile, they could. So like in the game, like I said before, it also slows. But maybe after you use the ultimates, it does slow, but before it doesn't. So it just works as a basic projectile, but then once you use the super, then it slows. And maybe each time after you use the super, it then slows by a larger amount. Same thing with his Q. He would do more damage with his specials after said super. So that's one option. But it's not like we haven't seen other characters gain power when they build meter, after all. And when we're talking about evolving characters, we can point out Geo. She doesn't exactly change how her moves work, but when she doesn't have 50%, she does less damage and takes more damage. But as her meter builds at 50%, she does more damage, takes less, and when she's at 100, even more so after that, both taking more damage as well as dishing out more. So if they were to make Kha'Zix evolve through meter gain, they could do something like Giovanna. Don't worry, I didn't forget the invisibility. Are we really going to put a character with invisibility in Project L? Well, probably not. But hey, you gotta admit, having the option to turn invisible in a game like Project L with handshake tags, this calls mix-ups galore. You gotta admit, that's a pretty frightening thought. And the possibilities are endless. Think of the mix. And that's Kha'Zix, the Void Reaver. Again, could I see him in Project L? Yes and no. Because again, the idea of a character that can turn invisible in a game like Project L is quite frightening, and I would not want to be the one having to try and figure out how to balance that. But a character that can evolve while he fights, a la Dragon Ball, be it the way he jumps, be it growing projectiles, more damage, maybe unlocking new moves. That would be a pretty interesting thing to see. So could I see him in there? I'll leave that as a probably. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? I always want to hear what you guys have in mind on, do you think Kha'Zix could make it? Yes, no, why not? And of course, who would you want to see us talk about next on these possible champions of Project L? Let me know down in the comments below. Until next time, hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you guys later.